Did you know that the most legendary drum sound of all time was an accident? This is Glyn Johns. You can thank him for some of the most legendary records in the history of rock and roll. We're talking artists like the Beatles, the Rolling Stones, Eric Clapton, The Who, and Bob Dylan, and the people that we're going to talk about today, Led Zeppelin. See, whenever Glyn was recording Led Zeppelin, he started off just setting up the drums how he typically records them. So that's one mono overhead, usually a U67 on the top, a mic for the kick and the snare, and a mic for the floor tom. These drums were typically bounced to a single mono track. You know, back in the day, they had a limited number of tracks that they could commit to the final recording. This meant that all the drums typically ended up on one of them. So after a normal drum session, it was time for Jimmy Page to record a guitar overdub. So Glyn took that center overhead, put it on a second track, panned it to the left, and then used that U67 to record a guitar overdub. After he was done, he put it right back on the drums. When Bonham returned to the drums, that overhead was still on the second track panned to the left. What Glyn heard was a huge, wide stereo drum sound. So he quickly readjusted that floor tom mic to be facing the snare, he panned that one over to the right, and he was left with the Glyn Johns method. This is potentially the most prolific drum recording technique in like all of modern music, and it came out of an accident. So if you'd like to hear this drum sound in action, go listen to Good Times, Bad Times by Led Zeppelin and keep this sort of context in mind.